going to stay in this worship, praise and worship. Now, Dave, now, we haven't heard much from you yet, son. I want you to sing a song for us. Now, but whatever you pick, you've got to keep it quartet.
Yes, sir. Let me see what I got in my list.
Yeah, let me see what you got, Doc.
Can I read it? Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead and read it, Doc. It's good.
How about this? Standing here,
Yes. I like that.
not knowing how to get through this test,
That's good.
but holding on and to think you know that.
I like that.
Yes, sir. Nothing can catch you by surprise. You've got this figured out, and you're watching us now. Hey. But when it looks as if we can't win, you're represent your arm and step in. Yes, sir. And everything we need you supply. You've got this in control, and now we know that you made a way. Is that all right tonight? When my back was against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And we're standing here, and we're standing here, only because you made. Sing it one more time. When our backs was against the wall, whoa, and it looked as if it was over. You made a way. Now we're standing here, yeah. Now we're standing. Said we're standing here. Now we're standing here. Ooh, standing here. Now we're standing here. Hey, standing here. Now we're standing here. Now we're standing here. Standing here, yo. Now we're standing here. Standing here, yo. Now we're standing here. Now we're standing here. Standing here, yo. Now we're standing here. You know I'm standing here, yo. Now we're standing here. You know I'm standing here. Now we're standing here. Standing here. Now we're standing. That's enough of that. Standing here. Now we're standing here. Only because.
What is going on, y'all? It is your man, D-Toe. You are tuned into Shop Talk. I'm cracking up listening at that particular video, but I am super glad to be here. Y'all, welcome to Shop Talk. It is everyone's favorite show right here on everyone's favorite network. You know what it is, Sherwin. It is freedomradio.com. For the next hour, we're going to take this incredible journey that we do all the time. Want to welcome everyone who is hanging out with us, whether you're watching us on Facebook, whether you're watching us on YouTube, or if you're joining us on LinkedIn, whomsoever you might be. We are glad to have you hanging out. We are looking forward to an incredible show, and we're going to jump right into it because we got so much to cover. But before I jump all the way in, you need to know that my name is Demetrius Tollfree. It literally says so right there, and you can follow me on social media at DTollfree, at DTOLEFREE. That is on Facebook. That's on Twitter. That's on Instagram. That's on Clubhouse. or any other social media platform. If you want to holler at me, follow me. It's always at D Toll Free. As well as, I'm going to try this again. Ask me if this works. As well as if you're new to digital currency, and if you just need to test, if you can send $1,000 to somebody, you know what? You can test with me. I'll make sure to let you know that I got it. You can send that $1,000, send it to me on Venmo at D Toll Free. Or if you want to try it out on Cash App, $ D Toll Free, send it to me. I'll let you know if I got it. And if you need it back, don't you worry. I will definitely send it back to you in $100 increments. Listen, before I bring up my first co-host, you know you got to do me a favor. If you haven't done so, you already know what you got to do. You got to get on the phone, call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Social Cam, Periscope, Marco Polo. Do whatever you got to do. But tell your mama them, Ray Ray, Shay Shay, Day Day, Delicious them, Nut Nut them, Pojo them. Let them all know that we are live right now on the Freedom Radio family of networks, again on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We are glad to have you hanging out with us. Let's get some quick morning shout outs going on. First of all, I last week I was so mad at myself on how I was looking. I went out last night and bought me a new webcam. So how am I looking? Am I looking all right? How's everything looking? I got my beads on today by Ja'Cory Pro Throw. I'm promoting Ja'Cory today. It's all good. But I want to give a shout out to the homie, Cambria Mayfield, watching us on YouTube. What is going on? We've got Michelle Woodson Alexander, who was saying good morning. Denisha Sexton Lady in the virtual building. We've got Sunny Vaughn also in the building hanging out with us. She was talking about Dave Jackson, who was cutting up a few moments ago on the song that we opened up with. Shout out to Talisha Grant, also in the virtual building. Lady AJ, Erica Nears is in the building. What's going on? To Tracy J. Wilson. Hey, what's going on? Glad to have you hanging out. We've got Ashland's almost bestie. Oh, he's going to explain that one day. But Stacey Williams Tucker in the building. Also, we've got my guy, Tooketh, Doc Rock. What is going on? We are glad to have you hanging out with us as well. Listen, without further ado, let's get ready to bring up our first co-host in an undisclosed G14 classified location today. If she chooses to share, it'll be on her to do it. But let's bring up my homegirl and yours. You'll know today that she is world traveled, doing her thing, making things happen. My homegirl and yours, Ashlyn Tara Cole. Ashlyn, girl, what is going on?
What's going on, good people? What's going on? So definitely not undisclosed. I am in the great city of ATL, Atlanta, Georgia, all this week, actually. I got here on Sunday. Immediately went to the amazing celebration musical for Kevin Lemons and Higher Calling. I went 36 hours with no sleep, y'all. So today is my recovery day because it continued on Sunday. Actually, it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Here we are now, Tuesday. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I need to slow my roll. But I'm grateful for every open door, every opportunity to give God glory and give God praise. I mean, the rooms that God is bringing me in is just, woo! And I take all of us with me, all of us, shouting out Oakland, Freedom Radio, all of that. So yeah, I'm in ATL and I'm wearing Shine on Half a Dime. Come on, my stars.
Okay.
Like one of my favorite pair of earrings that I got from my almost bestie. And in fact, I got, these are the silver ones. I also got them in the, she needs to tell me what it is. The, not
Rose gold, maybe?
Like black ones or whatever. But anyway, it's nice. And I'm rocking my Sassy Jones. Come on, Sassy Jones today. So yeah, we rocking, we rolling. And you look good, Dito. You look good. I decided, I'm in the hotel room, but I decided I'm not gonna fuzz out my background. I got this. Oh, wait.
I see. You looking nice Von Schway. I see you making things happen back here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, it is all good. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about too. As a matter of fact, let me give a couple more shout outs real quick. I want to shout out in particular my homie Kirsten. Now, we used to say Kirsten Williams, but there has been a change in her life. My homie Kirsten has gotten married, and so happy marriage to you. Kirsten has gotten married and has a name change. So Kirsten Hall is the new way that we will address her. And I am super glad to have her hanging out
that's
with
going
us.
around. You know that?
I heard. Is it coming your way?
That's going around. That's going around.
Is it coming your way?
It's going around.
It's going around. Okay, I got it. Shout out to the homie Cedria Clark, who's hanging out with us, who had a birthday just on Sunday. She actually shares the same birthday as the late, great Dr. Martin Luther the King. We are glad to have her hanging out with us. Shout out to Latoya Lewis. What is going on? And she said that you, Ashlyn, are looking good. It is all to the good. And we've got the homie, Dwayne Lynn. Dwayne, what's up, bro? Glad to have you hanging out with us. We've got Cynthia Lewis out in San Francisco hanging out with us as well. And we've got so many people hanging out with us. So we are super glad to have you hanging out with us. But I tell you what, let's go a little bit further. Let's retch out. I did say retch. Let's retch out to North Carolina, to Charlotte. Yeah, I had to remember. Keep living. I had to remember. Out in North Carolina, Charlotte, to be exact, the North Kakalaki, my homegirl and yours. Did y'all get a chance to see each other Sunday? No.
So here's what's so funny. I came in. Well, bring her in, and then we can talk about it.
Okay, well, let's bring her up with no further ado. My homegirl and yours, the incredibly talented graphic designer extraordinaire. You know her. She's the most exciting co-host that we have. My homegirl and yours, Yolanda Wild Praise Morant. Yolanda, what is going on?
Oh man, nothing. Just hanging. One day at a time, just hanging.
That's all you gotta do. Keep hanging like wallpaper, trying to stay sticky. I'm not mad at you. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Just
hanging.
Yeah, them old men jokes. Yeah.
Just
but glad to have you. I was looking at all the videos on Sunday, and out of everything, was you on the back row? I couldn't see you nowhere.
Yeah, I was like on the bottom. I was on the bottom back, but I was working too. So
got you.
I was singing and working.
The event looked amazing. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk about it a little bit in depthly in just a moment. But we're glad to have you. Glad to see that you made it back home safe. I'm sure just for a day or two before you start getting back on the road again.
A couple days.
That's all good. We're definitely still praying with you, praying for you. And I believe that the Lord is going to bring you, that entire choir, that family, that wife. I believe the Lord is going to bring them through. And they're going to be even greater in terms of knowledge and wisdom and understanding not many days hence from now.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated.
Absolutely. Amen. Absolutely. Of course. Listen, before we jump into the next conversation, let's get ready to bring up our next co-host out in Hercules of California, I believe. I don't know. You never know where he is. He's always moving and shaking. But let's bring up my guy and yours. I'm wearing his beats today. I made sure I put some on. Let's bring up my guy, Ja'Cory Prothro. Ja'Cory, man, what is going on?
Man, I didn't put no beads on this morning.
What is wrong with you?
I forgot it was Tuesday.
Wow.
But I'm here. So what's up? Where are we going?
Hey, you are here. It's definitely a good day, a day to make some things happen, and I am excited about it. And I just saw your message, Ashton. I'm sorry. But anyway, hey, listen, we've got a lot to talk about. And definitely with the first thing I do want to talk about, I was not in the ATL on this past Sunday, but I saw videos, I saw posts, I saw people from everywhere that was either there or reposting or making things happen. What is that you're drinking, Ashlyn?
Well, it's just water, but what I put in it is my Arbonne minerals. And this is watermelon flavor, one of my favorites. So it's just for people that don't really like to drink water. It gives you some flavor without too much sugar and tons of vitamins and minerals in it. So I love it.
I see. Well, that's good stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get ready to get my cup and put me something in it. So to make something happen, it is all to the good. But listen, I want to get out of the way just for a moment because I want you, Ashlyn and Yolanda and Ja'Cory as well, to be able to chime in. This past Sunday, initially a few months ago, was supposed to be a different type of event, but the Lord saw fit to change how we saw it, and it turned into a musical that was remembering the great Kevin Lemons. And I do say the great because the young man was absolutely amazing. but it turned into a celebration for Kevin Lemons, and Higher Calling was on point. I mean, I saw different people up there with him. I saw Kirk Franklin and more. But listen, I wasn't there. You all were there. Tell me a little bit about what happened, and tell the people what's going on.
Go ahead. I'm okay.
I started out. I mean, it was, first of all, it was packed. I think I parked 2 blocks away, and I got there, on time, which, for the people that didn't get there on time, I don't know what they did, but it was absolutely just an incredible outpouring of love and support. So many, just faithful supporters of Kevin Lemons. And then the celebrity turnout was just absolutely amazing. Of course, to see Kirk Franklin there was great, to connect with him again after all this time, from being on Sunday Best. So that was amazing. Travis Malloy, who's one of my favorite artists, he was there. Of course, Isaac Curry was there. Just too many to even count. I shouldn't even be calling out names because I'm going to leave out 11 other people. But every choir that sang, it was so interesting because Kevin, this was supposed to be the relaunch, and in my opinion, it still is the relaunch, right? It still is the relaunch, because how profound is that now Higher Calling is in this position of like, Kevin's not there, but Higher Calling is still here with a strong message, with a strong sound. I mean, a sound for all generations. And so I absolutely believe that this is was still the relaunch for the choir. But Kevin had chosen the songs himself. He put this program together. He had chosen the songs, and Yolanda can definitely, because she was in the rooms. I'm just an observer from the outside, a honorary Lemonhead, if you will. But he chose the songs, and some of the choir the choir leaders had spoke on that. We would have done, but Kevin asked us to do these songs, and so they did. And it was just it was tough. It was beautiful. It was worshipful, and God was praised by everyone that was in that room. And so I definitely defer to Yolanda. Now, I will say I was going to go sit with Yolanda. I texted her to find out where she was. And Yolanda, I didn't even get a chance to tell you. As soon as I walked in the front door, they saw me and swept me and brought me to the front row, which I thought, I didn't ask for that. I never asked for that kind of attention or recognition, but I was so grateful to just be up in the front to just experience that whole thing.
In Jesus' name.
Jacory is always happy when people do that.
Well, no, and let me just side street. She doesn't get that here at home, and I'm just going to leave it right there. She's been on a major platform, but she doesn't get that at home, and she should. And now we can go back.
I get it, man. I'm not mad at it. But from what I could see, it looked like an absolutely stunning and amazing event. As a matter of fact, Yolanda, I saw everybody with their Lemonhead hoodies on, and I've seen most people with Air Jordans on. I got someone right now, and but now, are the hoodies available for sale?
So that particular hoodie, from what I understand, at this moment is not available for sale. We sold out. We sold out of all merch within a few days before the event even happened. So the merch that we did have on the website, which we do have merch, it immediately sold out before without being repetitive, before the event even happened. So they did have merch available, and that was ended up being gone too. So we're working on more. I can't speak for every part, but I can tell you we are working on more merch. Yeah, so we're working on more merch and more things available. So yeah, he already decided on that. I mean, the event was already planned as I feel like my mama now. What's her name? Ashlyn. Okay, I'm taking it personally. So, my mama does that. She don't know the names of her children sometimes. So, as Ashton said, the event was actually already planned long before. So we initially, or he had me initially do the flyer, like, I don't know, Christmas, like sometime before even Thanksgiving, because he always does kick off at the beginning of the top of the year. It's like an event to kick off the top of the year with music and worship and prayer, and that's all he's been doing it for a long time. And so when he got ready to do this one, we were talking. He gave me all the particulars, which he always didn't give me a lot of instructions, actually. Which I actually, people know me, they're like, I asked for and I kind of require, but he was just like, yes, this, all right. And that would be all I would get. So when he talked about what was going to happen, I said, you have a theme, something you want to do? He was like, no. He said, but I do want people to wear sweats. I was like, for real? Because anybody who knows Kevin, he is very big about being well-dressed. Lady stepping high, which means high heels. He just believes it's very, he used to always tell me, he just thinks it's so classy. He says nothing like a beautiful woman stepping out in heels with stockings and just looking, her best, and men being suited and booted and just doing your thing. And so he was like, no, I want everybody to come in that. I want everybody to put on their sneakers and their tennis shoes. And I was telling some of the choir members, I think people thought like, oh, this is about to be so easy. No, this man's about to work us into infinity because we won't have on heels. Our feet won't be hurting, and so he was very specific actually about that particular uniform, even down to the tennis shoe. He wanted black. First was just like, wear your own sweats, just come, we're going to have fun. He was like, no, we're going to do this hoodie, black pants, let them be tight, blah, 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 down to the shoe. So one of our last conversations when we were in Indianapolis, we were sitting at the table and I was like, boss, anybody knows me, I call him boss. So I was like, boss, can I wear this shoe? And I showed him my phone. And it was a $20 shoe on Amazon. Don't judge me. And so I'm a heel girl, not a tennis shoe girl. And so he was like, no. He had no expression. I said, but I should have just worn the shoes. And then you couldn't say nothing. He laughed and laughed. He was like, no, a high top, white sole, black shoe strings. That's what it is for everybody. So he had already had it planned like that, the people were already on the bill. The things were already packed. He was, from what I understand, he had personally texted. People don't know that about Kevin, as Tiana very eloquently said. He wasn't about like, oh, you my fan. He just wasn't into that. He just wasn't. He, just moments he was like, oh, I'm supposed to do this like that. He just wasn't into that. And so he personally invited, from what I understand, several people. I have friends, pastor friends, and he, long before Saturday, y'all, he inboxed several people like, bring your church, come on, come out, we're gonna have a good time, tell the church, put on some sweats, we just gonna have fun, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna praise, we're gonna do. And I believe that there were other things that he probably had planned to do that night. We were going to do a massive workshop the day before. So blah, blah, blah. I digress. Thank you again so much for everybody, your prayers, your thoughts, your love, your support, your donations. Thank you for praying for Tiana. Please, please, please keep lifting up her. And it was an incredible event. As Ashton said, it was packed to the max. The building seated 1,400, from what I understand. There was definitely probably 1,500 people in that building, for sure. So it was packed to the max. Yeah, it was incredible. Thank you, Kirk Franklin. If you ever see this, thank you so much. It was just, I could go on and on, but it was amazing. It wasn't easy. A lot of people said we stood at so much strength, but we did what we had to do, and that's what we do. So we were strength for each other.
Yeah.
It wasn't, absolutely. I think people thought like, oh, they're just, no, it was, certain songs, we know his part. And so certain songs, and we all sing his part together. It's a new normal.
Yeah.
But I'm very, very grateful, extremely grateful of Tiana's kindness. For some people, this is their whole world. And so, some of us have other things, but she didn't have to make that decision. She could have chosen to end her calling, which would have been, in my personal opinion, respectfully, that would have been her right. So I'm grateful for her kindness and her saying, we're gonna stay together, and making a decision so quickly, which I think, in my opinion, was wisdom. We've seen this thing before, and sometimes people wait later to make the decision, and then things don't maybe pan out the way they would have liked. So I think all of it's wisdom. We have a great team. We have a great team of people. Our calling works from the inside out. So without getting emotional, God is doing something amazing, far beyond our understanding, and He gets the glory in all things.
Absolutely.
And He knew before we knew. And I believe God and Kevin were preparing her and preparing us all the while. So I'm excited. Real talk.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking of strength, I love that Bishop William Murphy was there, and "You Are My Strength" was the song that was sung as the choir was coming in, and I thought that was such a beautiful moment of the evening. I'm sorry to cut you off, but yeah,
no, you're good.
It was
you're
dope.
good. As a matter of fact, so I understand that the actual services, the viewing is this coming Friday, and the actual services will be this coming Saturday. I really wished I could have been there. I couldn't find a flight that would get me back home for church on time on Sunday. So I won't be able to be there. But certainly our thoughts and prayers will be with you. And we are, as you are, I'm hurt that the Lord decided to take him. But yet I believe that God is all knowing, has all power, all wisdom, and He can do what He wants to do whenever He wants to do it. And so, to what God has done, all we do is bow in humble submission and say yay and amen. So we'll definitely be praying. Absolutely, because He's sovereign. He's sovereign. So yeah.
Oh, we got to kill laughing, buddy.
Say it again.
Do you sing that song, that Daryl Coley song, Sovereign?
No, I do not.
I would love to hear you. I would love to hear you sing that song, Dito. I think that you would really, really take that song somewhere it needs to go. That the Holy Spirit just gave that to me. So let me. Okay. I just gave it to you.
Sweet Jesus.
Sovereign, that's an amazing song. Daryl Coley, the late great, an amazing artist. I did sing one of his songs at a tribute that we had to him many years ago. I did my best with it, and he seemed to have enjoyed it. But Sovereign, I'm trying to think. I don't know who sang it that night, but that is a wee song.
Was that a GSP? Was that when was Casey and I was there.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great night. Listen, speaking of great nights, we have a great night that is going to be coming up real soon here in the Bay Area. Now, I had this already said a little bit earlier, but we have a great night that's going to be coming to the Bay Area. And I mention it because not only am I going to be a part of it, but Ashlyn is going to be a part of it as well. I was supposed to have mentioned it last week. It slipped my mind. But today I am bringing it back. I want to bring it up that February 25th in the city of Stockton, California, it's going to be Gospel Fest 2023. And as you can see on the flyer, we've got some great names that will be coming. And in particular, Bay Area artists that will be opening. I just want to say artists. Artists that will be opening is going to be Joe Douglas and SOP, as well as you can see, the wonderful Ashlyn Cole. We've got Wes Morgan, Kalante Gavin, Leandria Johnson, and even what's this young man from Houston, Texas, that's going to be coming? Brother James Fortune is going to be with us as well. I will be hosting along with Mother Onion, so y'all know it's going to be her and Larry. If you don't know who Mother Onion is, she's a Bay Area comedian, and she's pretty funny. She dresses up in, oh my God. Anyway, tickets are available. People have been hitting me up everywhere, asking me about the event. Yes, I am going to be there. Yes, Ashley is going to be there. It's going to be a great, great time. Devin Watkins, my good bro, he is going to be the musical director for this particular event. So tickets are available now. I believe you can get them on Eventbrite. And we'll talk more about it. I'll see if I can find the link before the show has ended. And we'll do all that we can to make that happen.
I am so excited. I just have to say, I am so excited. all of this negotiation happened behind the scenes. All I knew was my face was on the flyer, and that was it. I don't even know how this came to be. I don't know who made the phone call. I don't know who put the request in, but I am so grateful, very excited to be worshiping Allah. First of all, to be on a flyer with my brother, that is awesome. That doesn't happen too often. Okay, that does not happen too often. Even though, like Ja'Cory and I, Ja'Cory, D-Toll, and I, we're all in the Bay Area. Like we live within an hour of each other. Ja'Cory and I live 5 minutes from each other. So yeah, but we are very rarely on the same bill, right? On the same event. It is just absolutely so special when that happens. And my request is going to be that the three of us will be, on a bill coming soon.
that could definitely happen.
I'm working on something. Hold on, I'm working on something. Hold on. Stay tuned. Yes, sir.
We can make that happen. That definitely can make that happen with the reach that Freedom Radio has, and of course each one of our individual pool. We can definitely make that happen. Shout out to Leah Marie hanging out with us. What's going on, Leah? I saw Diamond Fee a little earlier. I didn't get a chance to mention her, but Diamond Fee in the virtual building. We've got Carla Anderson. Carla, what's going on? Glad to have you hanging out with us. She had a birthday not too long ago, and I'm glad to have her hanging out with the same age for right now until August comes up. But it is all good. Listen, speaking of things that are all good, two things, and we're going to stay in the ATL. Two things. One, many of you or most of you know Jan Hunter Jr., who is from the Bay Area, but has moved, or in church vernacular, matriculated to the ATL. And he is out there making things happen. And he recently released a new project. But there is one particular song. Anybody who knows me, if you really, really know me, you know that I am a big fan of J Moss. There's not many people I'm a fan of, but I am a J Moss fan. And I was so incredibly hyped to see and even download and stream the new song from Jan Hunter Jr. that features J Moss. I believe the song is called Latin Chill Vibes, the remix. And listen, the song is fire. I would have played it on here today, but I don't have my normal setup, so we probably get blocked. But listen. Go get the song. Go download it, buy it, purchase it, stream it. You will not be disappointed. Jan is an amazing producer already. Looking forward to working with him myself in the very near future. But listen, he's gone out to the ATL and he is taking it by storm. And the mere fact, I think that whole thing happened by accident. I think he posted a snippet of the song on Instagram. And then all of a sudden, J Moss was like, whoa, I can vibe to that.
Right.
Yep. And all of a sudden, he went in the studio, added his little part. Now they've made an actual song. It's absolutely amazing. So, Latin Chill Vibes remix. You want to definitely go out and get that and make that happen. So, but speaking of the ATL, Ashlyn is in the ATL right now. Now, she kind of scurried through and wanted to, get on with the show, and that was so nice and so sweet. But let me stop long enough to find out, why are you in the ATL and what has transpired with you so far?
Oh, my God is amazing. We serve an awesome God, don't we? Oh, tell your neighbor, God is awesome. Ha! Woo, neighbor. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so shout out to my management team, because I don't know why they didn't, either they didn't tell me on purpose or I overlooked it. It's probably the latter. They probably sent me all the information and I overlooked it. Because I do like to be in the moment, if you will, right? When I go to an event, I feel like you should be prepared, but don't over prepare, if that makes sense. I don't know. That may not make sense to people, but you want to be prepared, but don't over prepare that you don't leave room for the Holy Ghost. That you planned, that you've crossed every T, you've dotted every I, and now the Holy Ghost can't do nothing with you because you've already made a decision of how everything is going to go. So I knew that I was coming to Atlanta to do a Martin Luther King event. Me too. And it just so happened that the Kevin Lemons event was on the Sunday. before MLK, and so I was able to attend that and be here yesterday.
I really don't know. This isn't
event. Are we good?
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
Okay. So 6 a.m. I was up and ready, full face of makeup, got picked up at 6:30. And I said, "Oh, where are we going?" He said, "Ebenezer." I said, "I'm sorry." He said, "What? We going to Ebenezer Baptist Church?" Yes. Oh, okay. Fantastic. All right. So I'm familiar with Ebenezer, as you all should. Martin Luther King's church, of course, Reverend Warnock, et cetera, et cetera. So we get there. It's a full camera crew. I knew that we were going to be filming something and I was going to be singing one song for the event, but I had no idea that this was the international MLK celebration. I'm talking about all, worldwide. I'm talking about the entire nation. I mean, everybody was looking at this. Now, other people had their events and they had an MLK event, but this was the MLK event. So I'm just floored, like, at all the people that were there. So I did sing Change Me. The theme was change. And so they flew me in to sing that, and that was amazing. Then after me, wait for it, Kierra Sheard sang. Yeah, Kierra Sheard sang after me. And then after me, Yolanda Adams sang after me. And when they started announcing these people, I was like, wow, I can't wait to talk to my manager, because I think they knew that all of this, they didn't tell me because, I don't know, they didn't want me to be nervous or whatever. Yes, Tiffany, it was broadcasted. It is available. I will find a link and I will put it in the chat. I'll make it available here. I believe it's thekingcenter.org. thekingcenter.org. I believe you can go there and click on their Facebook page, and it was streamed live on their Facebook page. But woo, when I tell you that, you know, when God said he'll put you in front of, kings, he will set you, my goodness. Yeah. So I just remain faithful. I just give God all praise and all glory. And he continues to open the doors. He continues to put me in the rooms. He continues to put my name on people's hearts. And here's what's interesting. And this was a controversial, and I'm glad you put me back with everybody here, because here was my question. The Kevin Lemons event, lots of celebrities, lots of people there. I didn't take any pictures. I wanted to be in the room to experience the event. I wanted to be respectful and mindful. And I know that you always see like people trying to take selfies and trying to get the celebrity shots and all that stuff. And there were definitely people that came and took pictures with me. The next day, I'm talking about, I sat next to Kierra Sheard, and I had a conversation. She came and sat next to me. She knew who I was before she even knew who I was. But I took no pictures. And I know Ja'Cory's going to make a funny face at me, because I didn't want to come in there as an opportunist, if you will. Now, there was one young lady that was there, and she had been part of the program, and she kept jumping out of her seat to go and take pictures with people. And I just thought it was so inappropriate. That's just me personally. I thought it was so inappropriate that you're not giving reverence to this moment. And so that's kind of my question to y'all. How do y'all feel about that? Because somebody would say, you missed an opportunity. You missed an opportunity to take a picture with Kierra Sheard, Yolanda Adams, Chris Rock, Reverend Warnock, Bernice King, who is Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King's daughter, whose event it was. But is that looked at as, no, be mindful of the room that you're in and be respectful? I can't hear you, Dito.
My fault. I muted my mic. I was laughing.
Oh,
I was trying to be respectful. So you said Chris Rock was in the room?
Yes.
And you didn't take a picture with him?
No, because
So
he was, first of all, he
I ought to
was
slap
mobbed.
you.
See, I shouldn't have even brought this up, because how you gonna judge me? How you gonna judge me for my choices in that moment?
I'm messing with you. Listen, before we jump into that,
He was mobbed. And here's the thing: the thing that I want them to remember me by is not that afterwards I was like, can I get a picture? Hey, can I get a selfie? Hey, here's my number. Hey, could you follow me on Instagram? I want them to remember me as the person that went up and ministered God's word to them and gave them a word of encouragement. That's what I want.
Absolutely, as you should. And you know what? For someone like you, that opportunity will come again. So you don't have to force your way into a situation like that. But I tell you what, while we're in this area, I got Emetrius. I look like he's running around in the streets of Dallas. Let's bring him up real quick, and we're going to stay right in this vein. But Emetrius Hunter, what's going on, man? Welcome to today's show. What's happening?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am here trying to get outside. Sorry I'm tardy for the party. It's a Monday here at City Hall, so it's a lot going on. But I'm here. Definitely listening to Ashlyn and what she was saying about appropriateness and things like that, and I kind of concur with her. Because I've even been in those places where I'm like, should I do that now? Or it just kind of, sometimes it hits you, just like, it don't feel right. It don't feel like it's the right time or the right moment too, based on whatever's going on, what the program is circled around. So, but I get it. Sometimes you do want that opportunity to kind of get that moment where you can, because you may not know if you may or may not have it again. But yeah, most definitely. I do kind of agree with Ashton. I'm sorry I have to say that.
No, I'm with you all the way. Absolutely. I agree. And as a matter of fact, as I was mentioning before, I was playing around about Chris Rock. I was feeling like, that opportunity will definitely come again. And it shows your level of wisdom and your level of stardom, for lack of a better term, that I think that, yeah, of course. Could you have taken a picture? Of course. And depending on when you've done, you probably could have done it backstage or wherever. Would it have been appropriate? Maybe, maybe not. But the thing is, you showed class, you showed wisdom in your artistry, and I promise you, I wasn't there, but I promise you, I know that you made an indelible impression upon everyone that was there, and the classiness is going to go take you further than the selfie.
Thank you, Dito. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
That means a
without
lot.
a doubt.
Did I mention John Gray was there? Pastor John Gray was there as well.
Oh, really?
Yes. Got a chance to sit with him and yeah. But no pictures. It's all good.
And that's okay. That shows a level of maturity that for you, what you're doing is more than followers.
Right. Now, what I do have is the video. Now that was taking a professional video, Ja'Cory. Now, I'm gonna be calling on you. We're gonna take these little snippets. It's gonna be a little snippet of me. It's gonna be a little snippet of Kiera. It's gonna be a little snippet of Yolanda. We're gonna get the speakers. We're gonna get all that stuff. We're gonna put together a conversation. That is, to me, that's where the evidence, that's the real evidence. We're not talking about, I saw somebody walking down the hall, so I just grabbed a selfie real quick. No, I'm talking about one program, like asked, invited, flown in, paid to be part of a program. And to me, that's the long game, right? Sometimes we focus too much on the short game, and we doing all this stuff, quick moves right now, quick. But the long game is really thinking about how can you impacted this event. How can you take this and impact the next event and take God's look, we might've been the only Jesus that people saw that day. And so for that, I'm encouraged. So let's get in some more rooms. Let's go and encourage some other people.
And that's how real celebrities work anyway. To be honest with you, and these doors are opening for you for a specific reason. And followers will probably come along with it. But I think that the goal is so much bigger than your social media presence. I think that these doors are opening for you to be a blessing, for your testimony, for your growth, for your regrown hair. Come on, y'all, to be able to be a testimony that. You can go through certain situations and that that's not all of who you are. And what he's done for you, he's no respecter of person. If God can take you through this type of situation and bring you through with what other people have died from, but God kept you. He's kept Demetrius from situations just like this. And he brought you guys through this, not just for followers, but to be a testimony, to be a witness that if you can have it, God can heal it. Lord have mercy. Where did that come from? If you can have it, God can heal it. And so I believe that open door, that first open door of many more to come, is right up your alley. And just as someone else said, you are definitely built for this. And I can't wait to hear and see about all the other things that you will be going to and taking us with you. Amen. Praise the Lord.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Absolutely. Ja'Cory, I know you was trying to chime in, man. But, I mean, what you got going on this, bro?
Well, actually, what's funny is I went to sleep watching it last night, and she didn't mention all of these people that were singing. So I was kind of like, oh, okay. Is it a secret? But I just want to say, you know, what's funny is you didn't take pictures, but you still have the power of the backstage door is what I call it. Because I actually did a show with Mama Sue yesterday. Sometimes it's not about the picture. It's the experience. And you have social media to where you can go backstage and say, hey, it was a pleasure to be in the same room with you. Then you start the dialogue of a conversation to where the picture doesn't even matter.
Absolutely. I love it.
Come on.
I love it. That's
but you got to be bold as a lion to take those steps.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I'm excited for things for you, Ashlyn. For you as well, though, Ja'Cory. And for you, Yolanda, you and I have talked a little bit offline about we talked about your purpose of being a part of Higher Calling, and you mentioned a little to me about some of the benefits that you've gone through, how other doors have opened for you personally, just by singing lead sometimes with Kevin. And I can't wait to hear more stories of success of your ministry as well. All of us have our own ministries, of course. Even Demetrius. I mean, we don't talk about his singing, and of course, Demetrius. Happy belated birthday, man! Happy belated birthday, Latoya Lewis mentioned it, and I know you out there, man. But
happy belated birthday.
I do not sing. I hum.
You hum. But you was in Greensboro doing something, wasn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's some churches that can pull it out of me. Those that like know me and know me, they can pull it out of me. But other than that, a lot of times I really don't. I try not to. I prefer to be in the background.
I have videos.
You do, Ja'Cory. But we're not going to share them. like a Maggie Winter always pull it out of
Maggie
me.
Winter.
Always pulled it out of me. Huey Lovelady always pulled it out of me. Ken Norman in Greensboro always pulled it out of me. Like, it's people that really just like, no, you're not going to just sit there and not sing. Like, you're going to sing. Yeah. Like, I want you to sing. And they'll sing me this song, learn this song. And we in rehearsal, they call me out, okay, did you learn a song, Demetrius? Let's go. I'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And definitely happy birthday, Demetri. I didn't get a chance to say happy birthday to you. I'm so sorry that I missed it. Under the circumstances, running, but I'm glad that I get a chance to say happy belated birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you.
It's the O for me. Yeah, I hear you. It's all good. And of course, happy birthday, happy belated birthday, Demetrius. And congrats to you, Ashlyn. I saw that you have now reached 40K followers on IG. That is mammoth. I ain't even made 4,000 yet. So you're killing the game by leaps and bounds. But
we gotta do a post together. Let's do a post together. And we'll do that. That's what I'm trying to do with Ja'Cory, but I can never find him. He's always in the street.
You can find me. I think that would be helpful. I want to get my followers up on Instagram. I told you guys I have an endorsement. Ooh, I'm still not wearing the headphones. But anyway, I have an endorsement from a headphone company, and they gave me a certain level of endorsement based off of the amount of followers I had. And I don't even have 4,000 followers, and so they gave me a certain endorsement. If I'd have had 4,000 and above, I would have gotten a different type of endorsement. But Yeah, I need some people with some followers like Leah Marie and Ashton.
Yeah.
I need y'all to help me get my followers up. I
I
need to get
think
to
we
10K.
we can help each other. I think we can help each other, Dito, because what I don't have is an endorsement. So we could help each other. You could help me to figure out how, who, what, how to get some endorsements based on 40K followers. And
Okay.
I can help build your following. Come on, let's go.
Well, then we got a lot to talk about. First of all, Leah Marie, who is on hanging out with us. Leah Marie, she says, I'm not a celebrity like you, and I'm only at 20K. I don't even have 4K, Leah. So my Instagram followership is really low. But I can tell you this: Leah Marie has an endorsement with a microphone company, SE Electronics, of which I have some of their microphones in my studio. We need to be able to have a conversation with Leah, find out how we can all get endorsed and all have SE electronic microphones in our studios. I can make it happen for all of us to have the headphone company that I use. It's nothing for me to do that, and we can make that happen. So, one plants, another waters. God gives the increase. Come on. Yeah. So
I'll dig.
yeah, I'm with it. So yeah, I see you, Leah.
Look.
I'm with it. So SE Electronics. So Leah, you need to open up that door for us to get into SE, and we can make that happen. Let's all figure out a conversation. All of us are Apple users. We're all saved and apostolic, so
Amen.
we can get a good Apple conversation going on and make things happen. I'm excited about it. And let's see. I want to grow my Instagram. My goal this year, somehow or another, is to get to 10,000 followers. That's a small number.
This year? No, we can do that by summer. We can do that by summer, Dito.
Okay, well then you know what? I tell you what, if you know a way to do it, I'll even sew into you, Ashton, to help me make that happen.
Praise God.
I'm not just talk only. I'll sew into that fertile ground to help me boost my Instagram. That goes for you. That goes for Jacory. That goes for Leah. I'm willing to sew. I'm not going to pay Instagram. I'll pay you. I'll give something to you. So we'll make that happen. So let's talk about that. That's a great conversation. As a matter of fact, that brings me to my next question, and something I've been meaning to ask everybody for weeks. And that is, all of us use these devices. All of us are always doing something. Let me ask y'all, what is your go-to everyday application on your device? What application do you go to every day? And you don't have to fabricate it. You don't have to tell me that it's Freedom Radio. I'm not gonna get mad that it ain't Freedom Radio. But I want to know from each one of you, what is your everyday go-to application? Demetrius, since you're walking around making things happen, I want to start with you, man. What is your everyday go-to application?
Facebook.
Really? Okay. So you Facebook before you go to Instagram?
I actually do. I do.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That is all to the good. So Demetrius says he's still a Facebooker, of which I am too. My biggest following is on Facebook. Now I've already exceeded the 5,000 friend list, and I got probably another 7,000 or 8,000 people who follow me that aren't my friends on Facebook. So Facebook is my thing. If I can get them people to follow me over to Instagram, man, we can make things happen. But Jacory, man, what is your everyday go-to app?
You know, I'm a Facebooker too. Instagram is a little more new aged, and I've been hit there, so I'm still, I'm playing. I'm flirting with Instagram to really get back on.
Jacory has a reason to still be upset with Instagram. His account was hacked, and then Instagram just didn't respond. So I take issue with Instagram too, even though Instagram and me are friends. But my bestest friend had an issue, and Instagram did not come through to help him with that situation. And I thought that was a missed opportunity for them. Yeah,
I'm with you. And we've got some other people hanging out with us. Leah Marie chimed in and she says that her go-to app, she's shamed to say that it's Candy Crush. We've got BTK, my guy, in the building. We got to holler, man. Your stuff should be coming in a day or so. He ordered a couple of new Freedom Radio hoodies in some different colors that no one has. He ordered cranberry, and he has a military green that's coming. I'm looking forward to seeing him in those. And Dito Photography is going to get with him to make sure that we post it. But he says that Snapchat is his thing. Lady AJ says Facebook and Instagram. She also says Gmail and AOL. You know what? I don't know if I would have posted that.
AOL?
Gmail, yes. AOL, no, I can't. But Diamond Fee chimes in and says Instagram and Facebook. And BTK also says that his first account was hacked and stolen, and IG didn't respond either. He said he had over 15,000 followers. That's no fun. But let me ask you this, Yolanda Morant, what is your everyday go-to application?
Thank you, Lord, for this day. Instagram. every morning, judge me, judge your mama, don't judge me. Every morning. Oh yeah, so I'm getting a little bit of my emotion back.
Come on, Yolanda.
Every morning.
I love it.
Wow, I love it too. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, the hip hop children, the twerking kids, the Jesus, the white, the what else? The Tips, the Clark sisters, the Get Your Mind Right, the glasses, the fashion.
Did you say the twerking kids?
Oh, the saints be twerking about
The twerking kid. Please send that to me. I've never heard of it.
No, they're not the twerking kids. I just call people the kids sometimes.
Oh,
So, some of the
hilarious.
They working on their salvation. Those kind of kids, they twerking about 6 o'clock in the morning. After Jesus,
we're not endorsing the twerking kids. The actual.
I can't.
No, I'm not endorsing it.
that.
To be clear, I'm not endorsing the twerking children. I'm just saying that early in the morning, after Jesus, probably about 3rd or 4th cup of coffee, they slide in their twerking. Jesus. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, I do believe Jesus drinks coffee about very early in the morning rising.
Wow.
So because I don't like to get up early in the morning, like around his 2nd cup or so. So yeah, all of that. The hip hop kids, the Get Your Mind Right, How to Make $1 Million.
Come on.
As you say, Instagram is the absolute business. And thank you, Red Hands Band. Amen.
Yes.
Jumped again. Yep. So the Red Hands Band post is now over 100,000 views.
Come on.
Not my song, but thank you, Red Hands Band, and not being a hater. You could have told me to take it down. Thank you so much. So yep, I jumped from 3,000 to 7,000 followers.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
I will give you this tip. Interaction. Actually, shout out to Greg Haynes. He's over all of the marketing. He manages all. Man, this dude is the nicest, sweetest guy on the planet. He manages all social media, all video content, anything you see posted, hard calling, it's all him. And so he gave me a tip, and he said one of the reasons why the numbers would increase is because we interact. Because one day, sometimes he gets busy. I'll be like, oh, people asking questions, you need to interact. So in the interaction is what causes your numbers to fly. Felt that. Okay,
That's
so
good.
That is a fact.
Yeah, you interact. You got to talk to people. Sam Franklin said this one time. She said it's social media. I love my Sam. She said it's social media. You're supposed to be social.
Be social. Exactly. That's true.
So
absolutely, without a doubt. As a matter of fact, I want to put what Leah Marie put on there. This is so funny. She says Facebook is for the culture folks. She says IG is for the apostolic. She says TikTok is for the Baptist folk. Twitter is for the non-denominational, and Snapchat is for the community choir. I cannot. I am
hilarious.
That is super funny. And listen, we've got so many people hanging out with us. First of all,
wait, can I share my app?
Huh?
You didn't ask me what my go-to app was.
Oh, my BAND. My fault. I mean,
the Bible app.
Yeah. What is your go-to app, Ashlyn? What is your go-to every day?
Okay, so here's my challenge for all of us, right? Revenue generating activities. Is the time that you're spending on that app that you chose, is it time that you are using to generate income? Or is it just consuming, right? So do you have a consumer mindset or do you have a producer mindset, right? So that's how I look at apps, right? So of course I'm on Instagram, but I'm not on Instagram as a consumer. I'm on Instagram as a producer. So how is this comment going to produce something for my ministry? How is this post going to produce something for the kingdom of God. And so when I began to shift my thinking into that, I put away those games. I know I was on Candy Crush too. Look, I'm not judging nobody, but God really gave me a different vision for this season, because I think so many of us are just consuming. We're just consuming other people's lives, other people's ideas, other people's thoughts, consuming too much food, consuming too much sugar, consuming too much junk, right? Whatever it is, thought junk, food junk, whatever. When we begin to shift our thinking into producer mindset, that's kingdom. Consumer, that's the world. So if you want to be kingdom minded, begin to be a producer, have a producer mindset. So my go-to apps, honestly, Cash App, because I'm trying to check my money. The Bible app, yes, because I'm always trying to get my word. Instagram, because that's how I keep engagement. And Canva, because that is where I produce the posts and the content for Instagram. And let me tell you, when Yolanda talks about interaction, I know we're going over time, Dito, but interaction, that is the key. Christian David just went 50,000 views viral. That's like semi-viral. And I made a comment, and I have 300 people that liked my comment. Now that usually is 1 or 2, 300 people. That's 300 additional followers to add to my ministry. And so definitely you want to comment. You want to go to Dorinda Clark and comment on something that she posts. Go to Kiara Sheard. Go to whoever it might be, Kurt Franklin. Go to these big names and make a comment and think about it. Don't just praying hands emoji and a heart. Now, sometimes I do that, but think about what you're saying. Say something that's relevant to what either they posted or the content, and watch your followers start to come, because most people have a consumer mindset. Don't be one of those people. Shift to be a producer mindset, and now give the consumers content that's going to encourage them and inspire them and bring them closer to God.
That was a word for the wise as well as the unwise. So, and that was such a good word. I am going to let that be our closing comment and final thought of today. Ashlyn, that was amazing. I'm going to review that, and I'm going to change my mindset, and I'm going to make things happen. Listen, this was absolutely a great and amazing show. We're going to be back next week if the Lord delays his coming and keeps us safe and sound. I can't wait to visit us again on the same Shop Talk Network at the same Shop Talk time. On behalf of myself, Ashlyn, Yolanda, Emetrius, and Ja'Cory, my name's Dito, y'all. To the next time, y'all know how we do. I'll Ikana holla.